Good morning, Mr. Arling. Sir, you were charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
On January 16, 2025 at 12:04 a.m., the officer observed a vehicle traveling the wrong way at Belfort Avenue in Harris County, Texas. A traffic stop was initiated, and the defendant, the driver, did not initially roll down his window. After multiple commands by the officers, the defendant finally rolled down his windows, and the officer observed the defendant to make further movements as if to conceal something. The defendant did not produce his driver's license, and the officer observed a strong odor of marijuana from the vehicle and his person. The officer observed the defendant to have a loaded firearm in his waistband, and the defendant stated he smoked earlier and was not the registered owner of the vehicle. The officer located in plain view, sticking out of the defendant's right pocket, a small package with training and experience is used to conceal marijuana. PC search was conducted, and the officer found 3.31 grams of marijuana under the driver's seat, and the defendant admitted the marijuana was his.
Mr. Arling, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. If you run his license, see if he has.
Not eligible, Your Honor.
Okay. You are not allowed to drive. I am making that a condition of your bond. I don't care what's going on in your life. If you don't have a license and liability insurance, you are not allowed to drive. Do you understand? You will be signing a promise with me. But like I said, I don't care if there's a burning building and you have to save 50 people. If you don't have a license and insurance, do not drive. And have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive? Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, Mr. Arling? Okay, I'm going to have you fill out an application. I need to know everything about you, and I'll take a look to see whether you qualify. Don't pick up any new cases. Don't become a danger to my public, and above all else, do not drive. Do you understand? Okay, come on.
Oh, go on, son. Just a thing.
Can you file those conditions in the driving, please?
Yes, Judge.
And without insurance as well.
Yes, Judge.
All right, the next one is on page 2. Azadi.
Azadi? Abdul Azadi. Okay.
Is your name Joshua? Arlon, you not out of Texas, from the Democrat, and you don't tell them what's up.
Next judge is on page 20. Saavedra, come on up.
We'll wait before.
Good morning, Mr. Saavedra.
Go ahead and sign.
Sir, you're charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
On January 15, 2025, the officer was conducting surveillance in the Greenpoint area, and the officer was in an unmarked vehicle in an apartment complex and observed 18-year-old defendant join up with 2 other males, co-defendants. He had already witnessed using a firearm. The 3 males walked around the apartment complex together, and the officer witnessed the defendant being given the firearm and wave it around. The 2 other males encouraged the defendant to shoot the gun, and the officer did not see the defendant fire the weapon, and the officer maintained visual until the officers were able to detain all 3 defendants at a nearby gas station. The gun was found in the co-defendant's waistband, and all 3 individuals were placed in custody.
Mr. Saavedra, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to be in possession of any weapons. Do you understand? I'm also ordering you as a condition of your bond not to be in contact with any. Did anyone else get arrested in this case? Or is it just him? I'm ordering you not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm sending you for a test right now. You're to come back. If you fail the test, if you fail to come back, I'm going to issue a warrant for your arrest. Do you understand?
Your Honor, there's a co-defendant in court 4. The cause number is 2547734.
You want to send it?
Yes.
Okay, so let's just do this for now. Go ahead, take a seat for me. We're going to transfer your case to the other court because that's where it belongs. Okay, please.
All right, Judge, that's the last arraignment for now.
What? Really?
That's right.
Oh,
All right, page 14, Levy, come on up.
morning, Ms. Levy. And you were charged with driving while intoxicated. It's elevated to a Class A misdemeanor because of the high blow. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, man.
Yes, Judge. On January 16th, 2025 at 2:02 a.m., the officer was dispatched in an attempt to locate. The officer was advised the defendant's sister was concerned for her well-being after not hearing from her. The defendant's sister stated her last known location was the Den, a bar, where she got a flat tire. While searching the area, the officer located the defendant's vehicle at the entrance of the University of Houston, and a witness was flagged down to assist changing the defendant's flat tire. The witness stated he observed the defendant as the sole occupant of the driver's seat of the vehicle, and the surveillance video showed the defendant's vehicle in motion at the time the witness came into contact with the defendant. The defendant was identified with Texas driver's license, and the officer made contact and observed a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage, red, glossy, bloodshot eyes, and slurred speech. The defendant admitted to drinking a wine cooler earlier in the day, and standard field sobriety tests were conducted. The officer observed the defendant to be unsteady on her feet as she walked to the sidewalk, HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 5 out of 8, one leg stand 1 out of 4. The DIC was red and the defendant consented to breath. The results were 0.185 and 0.181.
And you're telling me there's video of her driving?
Yes, Judge.
Ms. Levy, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Have you run your license and any prior DWIs?
Driver's license is eligible and no priors, Your Honor.
Okay. I am ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. You will be randomly tested. If you consume alcohol, illegal drugs, I'm going to revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds. Do you understand, ma'am? Would you like to apply for a court-appointed lawyer? Okay, I'll give you an application. I'll take a look at your numbers, and if you qualify, we'll provide you a lawyer today. Okay, just everything's fine. Don't worry. Just be safe. Okay, just don't. Okay, I don't want to talk about the case. Let's have you fill out the application, then I'll have you talk to a lawyer today. Okay, ma'am? Please.
Right this way.
Good morning, Your Honor. I was just putting in the
Hey,
chat.
bud.
I was present. Good morning. How are you?
Pretty good. What's up?
Hey, I was letting you know I was present on Ms. Jasmine Roberson,
Okay.
and I believe she's present in court this morning. I spoke with her.
Where are we headed?
So on this one, Your Honor, I emailed the state. I think last time I asked for an evaluation. I think they got some issues with extrapolation as well as with operation. But I've never gotten an answer back regarding that. So this is one that's either PTI or trial, depending on their evaluation.
Is Kelsey going to be here today?
She should be here.
Okay, give me a second. Let me wait for Kelsey to get here, Brock, and then I'll talk to her about it. We'll see where we're
No
going.
problem. No problem. And I copied her on the email also this morning, so she should have it. And I told her what the issues were also.
Alex, on Roberson, do you have the eval done?
No, Your Honor. We don't have notes from the prior prosecutor that there was supposed to be an eval done. So if we could just have a week and we can look at this real quick.
3,200 days.
I mean, Your Honor, if a week is too much, otherwise set it for trial. I mean, but we would request respectfully a week just to do a quick eval.
All right, I'll give you till Monday.
Yes, Judge.
Right. So I'll set it to Monday, Brock, because they didn't do the eval.
That's fine, Your Honor. Can we waive her appearances for Monday,
Yeah.
depending on what the result is?
Yeah.
Can we do Tuesday?
All right. Thank you so much, Your
Oh,
Honor.
hold on. Brock, are you okay with Tuesday?
Tuesday's fine.
Okay, yeah. All right, Brock, we'll see you Tuesday.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor. Might be excused.
You got it, man. Take care.
All right. What about Ms. Roberson, Your Honor?
We'll have her sign a reset. We'll get her out of here and I'll waive it for the Tuesday.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor. Have a great day.
You got it, man.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Mr. Mueller. Hey, bud. What's up?
Pretty good.
We're approaching about John Ellis Rod on today's docket.
Is that the gentleman in,
Near Baton Rouge.
yeah,
He wasn't able to travel here today because of the weather. And so his family says she can get him here from Boston.
what are we doing with it?
We're going to discuss that today.
Do you have a plan or something? You know, like, is there an offer or PTIs or, let me see. Is it just for the bond violation? Is that why?
His aunt took him to the hospital in order to get a prescription refilled, and it took longer than anticipated.
Okay. I mean, we're not gonna ding him for that. I mean, there's no need to bring him all the way over here. If that's, do you have some kind of proof that that's,
I can get it from here.
okay, show me that that's the case and then we'll continue supervision.
Okay.
That way you don't have to
Doesn't
come.
try
Right.
tomorrow.
Right, but I want to make sure that that was, and if that's the case, just let me know, and then, of course, we're not gonna.
Judge, I believe he was also on docket to take the drug test again that we had discussed.
Okay, well, let's first see how that goes. All right, okay.
So I'll just reset it for tomorrow and then get proof from the aunt and then, depending on how that goes.
For sure.
All right,
Yeah.
thank you.
Okay, Mr. Newman. Good morning, Mr. Newman. Sir, you're charged with evading arrest or detention. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On January 15th, 2025, the officer was dispatched to Texas Southern regarding a male on campus possibly carrying a firearm. The caller provided the name and dispatch ran through arms and located a recent picture and a trespass notice. The officer observed the defendant walk into the library, immediately walked out accompanied by a second black male, and the officer attempted to detain the defendant, and the defendant ran northbound, ran through an apartment complex. The officer drove through the complex and set up a perimeter and observed the defendant run out of the complex. The officer exited a marked patrol vehicle in full uniform, drew a duty weapon, and ordered the defendant to the ground. The defendant ignored the commands and continued running and was assisted to the ground by the officer. The defendant stated he ran due to being scared. The defendant evaded approximately 0.4 miles.
What was he doing wrong?
So there was a report of a possible firearm on campus and the caller provided the name and he was attempting to investigate that and he was just trying to detain him to
They
investigate.
give the description of him.
They just gave the name and then they
A name
ran
of-
that through arms and they found a picture of that person.
So the caller gave the name of Mr. Newman?
Yes, Judge. Gave Mr. Newman's name. The officer ran that name and found a picture and then observed him leaving the library and attempted to detain him.
Yes.
And then he ran.
There was also a current trespass notice for the defendant as well.
Yes, Judge.
From TSU?
From the arms or TSU.
Yes, Judge. They found for TSU through arms.
To find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Let's do this. I'm going to appoint you a lawyer today because there's several things that we need to look at. So do you mind reaching out to the MAC for Mr. Newman? Mr. Newman, assuming we go forward with the case, you're not to be in possession of any weapons. Do you understand? I'm making that a condition of your bond.
Yes, sir.
If I find that you have any weapons, I'm going to revoke your bond. I'm going to put you in jail. Just all I want is my community to be safe. I'm not asking for much. You understand? Okay. I'm going to have you sign a reset Victoria, then we'll have you take a seat in the jury box, sir. Okay? Come on up. Nice. Shoot.
DWI second, did I have jail plea on DWI second? Is there still the minimum 72 hours required? Or if he's already served that? Got almost 120 days, he was in custody, he just bonded out at Christmas. State's offered time served in the DWI and dismissing the other charge. But if we do that on a second, does he still have to go back in for 72 hours?
But he's got the credit, right?
That's a correct.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, if you're pleading to, it's a second, so don't put do 30 with credit for whatever, the 100 something, whatever it is, I don't want to put 2 credit for, but I don't think, if he's got that credit, then he's got the credit, right? It's satisfied. Sure.
Hey, Your Honor, I'm here on Jose Puentes Carizales.
Okay,
He did the TRAS on Friday. I've submitted everything we have to submit for approval. I still haven't gotten a response from the DAs, whether he's been approved or not. I emailed Gomez yesterday.
Alex, let's say,
So we don't have any notes about the approval. We'd have to reach out, or he'd have to reach out to Brenda as well.
okay, let's roll it to Monday. I'll waive the appearance. And then if you can reach out to Ms. Gomez to find out. Okay.
Fantastic,
Or
Judge.
Tuesday.
That'll work.
Sorry, let's do Tuesday.
Tuesday would be fine, Judge. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and then we'll waive the appearance. Hey, bottom
Your
of
Honor.
page 18. They're waiting on a response for PTI.
Okay.
Tuesday. Got it.
All right, we see you then.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Take care, man.
Is that a waived appearance?
Yeah.
Wednesday, come on up.
Do you need me?
I'm not sure, Judge. I'm set for a plea today. I'm just wanting the court now. Should I wait outside until I'm called or?
No, I'm ready when you are. We just need them to have the plea paperwork been filed.
I think so, Judge. That's on
Yeah,
trial,
filed, counsel.
on Travis?
Yes, it's been filed.
One thing,
Did you say Gonzalez?
I don't know if we have an interpreter yet, Judge. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Can you bring your client up so we can have him sign?
I'm sorry, Judge?
Do you mind bringing your client up so we can have him sign? You said Gonzalez, right?
Chavez, Judge.
Or Chavez?
David Chavez, Judge.
Okay, so we'll have him sign, and then if you just guys want to hang out, as soon as we get an interpreter, we can get it done. Okay, you ready? Hi. Good morning.
It matters.
Okay,
Nice to you.
sure. Did you want money?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Is that it?
Mr. Johnson on docket for today.
Okay,
He was reset to this week to see what they were doing on his felony cases. Most of the court was yesterday and courts were closed. So can we re-roll them to next week after he goes to his felony case?
yes, absolutely, of course. Yes, ma'am. Of course. Yes, ma'am. Hi, Kavita.
Are you ready for me?
Yes, ma'am.
I have Halsell on your docket, Halsell. It's, it was his prior court date, he was in custody and he's now made bonds. We just need to get bond conditions on him.
He's here. Okay.
And, and I think that's it. I'm also filing a competency and mental health evaluation.
Say it again.
A competency file.
You're gonna set it?
I'm sure about where's the date, but I understand his mom told me that he gets one every month through the Harris Center. So I'm gonna see if I can have access to those records or if they're the same as what we would do here, but I'm gonna look into that.
Okay. Hall cell, come up.
No, his mom comes up.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm just vacation.
Yeah. Come on. Where's Mom? Come on up.
I can't get on.
Oh, no problem. I have it. Yeah.
Hi, come up. You are Mom?
I am.
How are you?
Good morning.
Thank you so much for coming today.
Appreciate you for having me.
With the 4 open cases, you're lucky to be out. You know, you really need to listen to Mom so that a 5th case doesn't occur. It's not going to go well if you pick up a 5th one. Do you understand?
You have to excuse me, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
They're trying to do 2 medicines on him. And it doesn't have him here with us, if it makes sense. He's listening, but it has him, if you speak, he's dragging. And I'm okay with that because I can control what's going on. As I was there, I work in the incident business. I work in conjunction with one thing, the sheriff department. And I work with the homeless. I came out of engineering because he taught me 2 things. I have to pay attention to what's going on at home and not just give love to people on the street. It makes sense, right?
That's great. That's wonderful.
Done my homework recently, these big last 2 situations. His grandmother and his grandfather is dealing, they had mental ideations as well. So it triggers, Mom says, be careful who you choose, but we can't be careful who you choose, right?
Right.
That was love. So I'm holding on gracefully to this. You have to excuse my appearance. I've been in cold gray.
Oh, please, you look great. But my concern is that please tell me he's living with you?
Yes.
Wonderful. Okay.
As I said, I'm bringing paperwork together to get custodial.
Guardianship. Okay.
To get him placement to stay there.
You know, I'm happy to, whatever you need, we're happy to give you. You know, we have a lot of resources here that we can always, try to help you with,
Appreciate you.
all you need to do is ask, if you need tablets, cell phones. We can also do evaluations to see, how we go forward. So I'm all ears and I'm with you. Whatever you want, whatever conditions you think are appropriate, we can put on it.
We just had an evaluation on the,
Is mom's the CW in the cases? Or,
So Judge, these are old cases from what I remember, 2022,
So the-
failed ID, the trespass.
well, we have one terroristic threat of a peace officer or a judge. Is that right? Just,
okay, this is what happened.
no, don't. I just,
We just did a psych evaluation
okay.
and we were in the room. I hope I.
No, let's not, don't. It's,
I'll talk about that right now.
yeah, that's something that we can do later, but at this time, I will leave him in your care, your, whatever you need, we're here to help you out with. The only thing I'm gonna ask is just you guys, just please stay in touch with Kavita. She will help you out. And I just don't want a fifth case, that's it. I'm with you. So how long do you want to set it out, Kavita?
I think maybe a 6 week, the evaluation, all the medical together and talk.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna waive his appearance. That way he doesn't have to waste his time coming to court. But just be nice. Self-control. All these cases are because of no self-control. You get upset and you wig out. But think, it's okay. We all get angry. We all do. But just think before you act. Think before you speak. That's it. Listen to mom. If you ever need anything, come back and I can help you out with whatever you need. Just say the word. Okay?
Judge, in regards to bond conditions, how did you want to handle that?
So the bond conditions that I'd like, it just, no contact with ever the terroristic threat cases and just no weapons. That's all I would like. It's not, my concern is that it was a healthcare provider, because that's what I was thinking. Is that someone that he's currently seeing? Do you know? Alex, who in the most recent case, who's the complaining witness?
The most recent case, let me see. It says the reporting party.
Oh, that case is upstairs. It's not even with us. I'm sorry,
Your Honor.
So disregard it. I thought it was with us.
Yes, Judge.
So the only condition is just no weapons. That's it. Okay. And just stay in contact with your lawyer. Okay. Absolutely. Mr. Halsall, good luck, bud. All right. Okay. Thanks, Camille.
Thank you, Judge. May you be excused?
Just 6 weeks, what she asked. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Bye. Okay. Are you ready? Come on up.
Never remember, Judge.
Yes, please.
What was that?
Chavez, that's right. Good morning, Mr. Chavez. So you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You are facing up to 6 months in jail and/or a $2,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 3 days in jail with credit for the 2 days that you've done. You need to understand, sir, that this charge will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. When you plead guilty, you give up the right to appeal, meaning that you can never change this. Do you understand?
Yes,
You were giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. Do you understand these rights that you're giving up?
yes,
You also need to understand that there are no more proverbial slaps on the wrist. From now on, you are facing a minimum of 30 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up in here. And if you're not in this country with permission, you do anything short of more than 6 hours, you will get an ICE detainer. So if I were you, I would never, even if you've had a sip of alcohol, get into a car and drive. Do you understand?
yes, I
How do you plead
understand.
to the offense of driving while intoxicated? Guilty or not guilty? I'm going to find you guilty. I will sentence you to 3 days in jail, give you credit for the 2. I'm going to suspend your ability to drive for 90 days. Do not drive, otherwise you're going to be right back over here, sir. What does your client do for a living, sir? What does your client do for a living?
He does the carpentry work there. Labor work, framing, that kind of thing. Home framing.
I'm asking this because there is a DPS surcharge that they usually tack on for around $3,000. I will waive this fee for you now, but I'm telling you on a DWI second, it's around a $6,000 surcharge on a DWI second. So get a clue. Do you understand?
Yeah.
You're allowed to make a mistake, but when you continue to make mistakes with you endanger other people's lives, there are serious consequences. Good luck, sir.
All right, win.
All right,
One of the things, there's a portable device, Judge, that you've been.
we'll take it off. Okay, all right, please.
Yeah.
Mr. Elix, is this your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. LZ.
Just trying to.
It looks like you were charged with 2 cases. You were charged with criminal trespass. You're also charged with criminal mischief. On both of those, you're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You've worked out an agreement. They're offering you 48 days in jail with credit for the 16 that you've done on the criminal trespass. They're dismissing the other case.
Yes, Your Honor. Time served on the criminal trespass and dismissing criminal mischief.
Is this how you understand it, sir?
Yes.
You need to understand also that this charge will go on your record. You're now facing a minimum of 30 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up. You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. Like I said, you give up the right to appeal. So once you plead guilty, it stays on your record. Is this what you want to do?
So,
How do you plead? How do you plead to the offense, sir? Guilty. All right, I'm going to find you guilty. I'll follow the agreement. Good luck to you, sir.
What about the enhancement?
Abandonment.
Yeah.
Or wait a second. Is it listed as?
It's listed as.
Okay, hold on. Hold on.
yes.
He's got to. Is it true or come up, Mr. LZ? Is it true or untrue that you had a prior terroristic threat, sir?
I'm on my medication, so I missed my medication. I have trouble getting my medication. I was just.
Did you have a prior terroristic threat in the past? It looks like from August of this past year with us.